Hey, what's up? It's Joker. I thought about sitting down and making this video and kind of talking about my experience with MMOs. I started playing on my stream Final Fantasy and World of Warcraft recently, and I thought I'd make a discussion because I've been seeing a lot of things about people talking about, which is the better MMO, and honestly, it's Final Fantasy 14. This comes from a person who has never played MMOs really outside of Destiny. Let's Destiny's not really the MMO type thing that people are thinking of, with subscriptions monthly. It's kind of more of a basic standard game that has a battle pass. But as far as MMO type characteristics go, Destiny's basically the only game. Now, why I think Final Fantasy is better is from a new perspective, and this is where I'm coming from, a new perspective. Final Fantasy is easier to get into. It's easier to understand and digest. Final Fantasy is just mostly, to me, just a JRPG that I'm playing, and I can do these fun raids. It's kind of like Destiny in that way, where like Destiny is a first-person shooter, but it has these MMO characteristics about it, and honestly, I find that more intriguing and more attractive than just WoW, which is straight up. Let me just say, it was so freaking boring. I just stopped. I gave up. I'm playing WoW Classic, TBC, not Classic, and this is supposed to be like one of the better experiences. Now, I don't know if retail is different, but hey, let me say this: a lot of WoW people have been saying, "Oh, TBC, this is the best. This is one of the better parts of WoW," and it's like, what are you guys playing? Like, this is so boring. This is just tedious. You going these stupid fetch quests. And I'm not getting me wrong, Final Fantasy has them too, but here's the thing why Final Fantasies are boring and stupid. Because when it says, go kill this thing 4 times, you kill the thing 4 times, you're good. And it drops, and specifically when it says you kill 4 things and then get this drop. You get the thing when you kill 4 things. You get 4 for 4. In World of Warcraft, it is luck. You have to kill maybe 20 to get the 8, and it's always 8, which was always an 8 or 6. It's just so annoying. It's just like, why is it this much? If you're gonna make me get a drop, why wasn't it just like 4 or 2 or 3? Like, I could understand it then, but 8, 6? It's like, what is going on here? Like, why? And it's just a giant waste of time at the end of the day. I remember Asmongold saying this. It's like, WoW is a game you wanted to waste your time in. Let me just say this: I never want to waste my time, and I don't want to waste my time in something that is so. I'm at this point where it's just like, why is it like this? I can only say this from the level of experience, and honestly, for a player who's trying to jump into these games, it's like, do I even want to put in the time and waste my time with this game? It's just like, at the end of the day, it's not. I think Final Fantasy is just, from a story perspective, is really good. It ingratiates you into the story very easily. WoW, I honestly don't even know what's happening. Like, I'm literally just walking around, collecting stuff and moving up zones with no real purpose. It's really weird. I don't understand it, and I don't know why somebody would want this to be the experience. I don't know why people think it's fun. I honestly can't see it. People play Dark Souls and Bloodborne. I can see why it's fun, even though I don't get it. I don't think it's fun. I can get it, but wow, this is just something I can't even wrap my head around. It's just boring. At the end of the day, Final Fantasy, I think it makes it easier, like, from a new perspective. Like, I know what I'm doing. Like, the story's good. I can understand systems way quicker. It doesn't feel overwhelming, and WoW, they don't explain anything. It's like, hey, you're just dropped in this world, do these stupid quests, and maybe have fun. It's like, well, it's not fun at the end of the day. I think Final Fantasy is just way better. And, you know, Final Fantasy dropped you into content way quicker. Like, I got into a dungeon super fast. And the dungeons were really, really fun. You know, I'm like level 19 and I haven't done any. I mean, not level 19. I think I was like 13. And I just gave up. It's just so boring. I just can't do, like, literally, I cannot play this game without a podcast or something else because the game is just so boring. And in Final Fantasy, it's like, no, I want my attention always on Final Fantasy because this game is so good. I really like the world and I really want to get back into it. I just dropped out of it because there were new games coming out. I'm like, okay, let me go do this, and then you just drift away. But, you know, these games are designed to where you're going to come back and always do stuff. And, you know, for a casual player like me, like a new player, like who's never played MMOs, I feel like Final Fantasy was most ingratiating. I think the community was weirdly not toxic, which is like something you don't expect in multiplayer type games these days. You know, I got invited to like basically a clan, the equivalent in Final Fantasy, and you know everyone was really nice. And then of course I dropped out because I got dropped, but that was because I didn't play. I mean, that was the only reason. So I mean, like, I really like Final Fantasy, and I think Final Fantasy just jives better with me as a person who likes, you know, who just likes JRPGs and RPGs. It just felt like I was just playing an RPG with different mechanics, and I also liked how you're able to do every job. Every job. It's just your one character. You only need one character, and you can do every job. I think that is a super cool thing. That's a super player friendly thing. Where I don't have to create a different character. I don't have to go through the story again. No, it gives you things that allow you to catch that class up that you're not playing. It could be your, I'm a paladin, so I want to play my paladin all the time. But this raid needs, for an archer. Let's just throw that out there. It's like, okay, I got my archer. I can play that. I don't have to change off into a different thing. No, I already have it because I've been leveling my thing up, and I just think it's really cool. No, WoW. Ugh. I mean, maybe it's just because the class I was playing as a priest Draenei. I mean, I don't know, but you know, I think the thing about Final Fantasy is it never made me feel like I was dumb for picking what I picked. Even though I am dumb and can't play the paladin class well, clearly because people were yelling at me to do, and that's the thing. It's like they weren't like yelling at me; they were just telling me like, "Hey, this is something you should know. I mean, this is something I should know how to do." You know, and I really enjoyed the game, and I want to get back into it. And it's weird. It's like I never really liked MMOs, and it's like now I do. So yeah. You know, let me know what everyone else thinks. Hopefully I don't get people yelling and arguing over each other. I just want some constructive feedback, you know. I don't, honestly, at the end of the day, both are games, and everyone's a fucking nerd for playing these games. So that's it. I mean, like, don't like insult each other because, oh, one's a weeb-ass game and then another one's, oh, a piece of shit that's dead. So, you know, just get over it. It's just like, in my opinion, that one is better than the other. Just like how people have other opinions about other things, you know, like how maybe an orange is the best fruit or a banana is the best fruit. I mean, it's like no one's wrong at the end of the day because it's your opinion. So, yeah, I mean, I just gave mine. So let me know what you think. I mean, this is a new perspective too. I mean, hey, there may be veterans who like get it deep into this. It's like, dude, I'm just here to play a game and have fun. Don't really give a shit about all these systems, okay? If your game is not fun, I'm not gonna play 50 hours until your game gets fun. It's just like the Final Fantasy 13 thing I remember hearing about. Yeah, but let me know what everyone thinks and catch you later. Bye.